Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. If you're rooting for a football team, let me know down below. You know who ours is. It's the Texans. I'm going to show you how to make a delicious appetizer for anything you need it for. It's called Pigs in a Blanket. We're going to take little smokies. We're going to wrap them up. We're going to give them some delicious flavor. We're going to make a dipping sauce for them. Y'all ready? Come on down. Make sure you bring a package of crescent rolls with you. Let's put this one together. Now, I'm going to be working with a sill mat, or you can use like parchment paper, anything that is non-stick, so that way we can work with our crescents and not have them stick on a work surface. Now, if you're using just a plain work surface, you can sprinkle a little bit of flour on it, but I wouldn't sprinkle too much, okay? Just lightly. We're going to open up our can of crescent roll dough. Now, this is an 8 count, and it's the original, and you want the triangles. I was expecting it to pop. Let's check the date on this. Oh, March 2024. We've got plenty of time, so we're going to place it on our work surface. We're going to roll it out, just as is. There we go. Now I'm going to separate them into the 8 triangles. Just like that. We're going to give these a little zing. You can use yellow mustard, or you can use a stone ground Dijon mustard, which we're going to use. In my original recipe, we use the yellow mustard, but whatever you have on hand. A couple of tablespoons. There we go. I put it in a small bowl. It's easy to use. We're taking a pastry brush. We're going to dab it in there very lightly. You don't want to overpower the crescents. And then we're going to coat the whole crescent very lightly. We just want the flavor. You don't want to get it soggy. All right, we're on the last one. Now, this is the easiest way to get the mustard on here before we cut them. Because once we start cutting these, it's kind of hard to put the mustard on when they're really small. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, each one is going to make 3. So we're going to start on the big end of our long triangle there, and we're going to start right here, and we're going to go down to the end, and then right here, and go down to the end. And we'll do that on all of them. All right, y'all let me know, what football team are y'all rooting for if you're making this for a football game? We live in Southeast Texas, so we're rooting for the Texans. All right. We're going to be using the beef little smokies. They look like that. Now this is a 12-ounce package, which has about 30 of them, which will be plenty for what we're doing here. So I'm just going to cut these and just pour these into a bowl. That way we can easily manage them. You know, it smells like the holidays. Whoop. Okay, so we're going to take one of the smokies. We're going to place it on one of the strips on the long edge, the larger edge there, and we're going to roll this all the way to the tip. Just like that. Now we're going to put this on a sheet pan, seam side down. Now I've lined a large sheet pan with some parchment paper, and I'm going to place a bowl upside down. This is about a 4-inch bowl. And put it right in the center just to kind of give us a reference. We're going to be making a wreath out of this. We're going to place our pig in a blanket about 1 inch around the bowl to make a circle. All right, let's roll the rest of these. Okay, and just keep making your circle. Remove the bowl. We're going to use that later. Now I've got 1 tablespoon of water in a very small dish. I'm going to crack an egg into it. Check for shells. We're going to take a fork. We're going to beat this together until it's frothy. We're going to take a pastry brush. We're going to brush the egg wash onto the crescents. That'll make sure these get nice and golden. Still got something else to do to these before we put them in the oven. Now we're going to sprinkle some seeds on here. You can use poppy seeds or sesame seeds. We like the everything bagel seasoning, so we're going to sprinkle that on. You just want to cover each one just lightly. We'll give it a nice flavor. There we go. Don't those look cool? I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees. We're going to place this in there and bake it for about 12 to 15 minutes until the crescents are nice and puffy and golden brown in color. Don't forget, we've got that dipping sauce. In a small bowl, we're going to measure out half a cup of mayonnaise. All right, we're going to add that. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of sour cream. There we go. I think 1 more. 3 tablespoons of sour cream. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of stone ground mustard. 1, 2. And we're going to whisk this together. All right, I've changed to a red dish here. It'll really bring out that sauce. So we're going to pour into it. There we go. All right, let's go get our pigs in a blanket. Okay, these just came out of the oven. Now what we did was we took the parchment paper and just moved the whole thing onto a serving platter, held it right here, and then pulled the paper out and then kind of reformed it. And we're going to place our dip right in the center. And then we're going to take some fresh herbs. Now you can use rosemary, or you can use some thyme and place it around to give it that Christmas wreath feel. Just like that. I've got some cherry tomatoes. I'm going to cut these in half and then just kind of put them on the outside. Tell me what you think. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go in and give it a try. Ooh. Dip in. Wow. You know, those little smokies, they're cooked all the way through. They're nice and juicy. That crescent, what a nice little package to wrap around that little sausage there. That little mustard gives it a little zing. That's what you want to call it. And I love that dip, if you want it. There it is. Who's making this one? Pigs in a blanket have been around for a very long time. Make it something special. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you like this video. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. Hope your team wins for football. I'll see y'all on the next episode.